Hope you're doing good today. I'm going to be reading from a book called Being Adopted, Lifelong Search for Self. This one is about adoption loss. Page 9. It is, the loss inherent in adoption is unlike other losses we have come to expect in a lifetime, such as death or divorce. Adoption loss is more pervasive, less socially recognized, and more profound. So what this means to me as an adoptee is, it is the loss of your mother, the loss of your heritage, the loss of people who look like you, genetic mirroring. It is primal in nature, and it is something that it is just part of our identity, part of our being, and we can't put a word on it. We can't put a feeling to it. There's just something that's very, very, very wrong. And when I grew up, nobody looked like me. I was Hispanic. I am Hispanic in a white family, and now looking back, I was supposed to be grieving the loss of my mother and my biological family. And you always have these questions as an adoptee, like, what are my birth parents like? Why did they give me up? Why couldn't they raise me? Why didn't she want me? Still to this day, I have never seen a picture of my biological father, and that is a deep, deep question that it will never go away until I see a picture of him or just what he looks like. And I've been searching and searching, and I still haven't found any information on it because, the way my mom was and her behaviors and being an addict and everything. So the loss can be profound. And it also says in this book, it can either be dealt with or prolonged by validation of the loss or of denial of that loss. Like, acknowledgement and validation is a parent saying over and over again repeatedly, like, it's not just one time, like, hey, you lost your biological family, that abandonment must be extremely hard for you. Like, it is a process. And I was in therapy trying to figure out what was wrong with me for my entire life. Things got really bad when I moved to Georgia, and there was just nobody that looked like me. And my parents were the type of people that said, we don't see color, we don't see race. Well, I definitely dealt with racism, and they basically said it wasn't real. So I was more isolated. That loss compounded and compounded and compounded, and that's what led to me, all the issues. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is this could be solved if you acknowledge that, hey, you are different than us. You are from a different family, but we're playing different roles. We can never replace you as your family, but we're here to help you. And what do you need? Not saying, hey, you should be grateful that we saved you from foster care. You could have done this, you could have done that. No. What do you need? Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need to talk about your family? Do you want to search for them? How can we support you? And this is entering your child's world. If you can't enter your child's world, they're going to deal with this loss that they don't understand. And it can only cause issues. How can it not cause issues when you're supposed to be grieving and everybody's telling you, oh, you should stop feeling sorry for yourself, or aren't you grateful, or shouldn't you be grateful, or you could have lived in foster care. All of these are gaslighting and denying the inner world of the child. So I just wanted to read that passage from this book. It's one of the biggest passages and sentences that I always come back to on how profound adoption loss is. It is bigger than death and divorce. And anybody who's been through those, I personally been through death of my adopted mother. Never been around divorce. I've heard people talk about it, but death is awful. And that's after going through the loss of adoption and dealing with the denial of everything that came along with it with race. And I cannot not be quiet about it, because it's sickening to know how many good, well-meaning parents and adoptee family members. Okay, just a second, buddy. Or how many good-meaning people are out there and still gaslighting their adoptive family members, and they don't even realize they're doing it. So I hope this helps.